Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another great Q&A. First question I know everybody's asked, but have not sent me. Andy, where the heck have you been? Been gone for like 4 months or 4 weeks, dude. Went on vacation recently, and I got around to watching some DVDs, playing some games that I haven't got to play yet, and I always wanted to. So, I just took a little breather, but don't worry, I am back, and I got some great summer episodes planned. As a matter of fact, I got one episode already produced, coming out Tuesday. I'm going to release part of it at the end of this episode. Kind of like a trailer, a little teaser there, see if I can perk some interest. But what are the episodes of the games I got planned, lined up? Well, Metal Gear is the next episode, followed by Metal Gear Solid 4. And then we're going to be taking a final look at Mission Impossible for the NES. I'm going to finish my trilogy. Got a lot planned for this one. Haze for PS3. We're also going to be looking at Grand Theft Auto 4 for PS3. Mass Effect for PC, City Connection, and many, many more great games. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to the questions at hand. Family Guy 711 sent me probably a long time ago, and I'm sorry guys, but what was the reason you really got into video gaming, and why do you love it so much? Well, the reason I got into it is because I first saw my brothers playing an Atari 2600, and I just loved it. The idea I could move a little joystick, and it was just fun. It's a lot of fun for me. Reason I love it so much, that's actually one of my hobbies in life, is video gaming. A lot of people like to, draw and paint and ride four-wheelers. I'm not one of those guys. I just love doing that. Great question. Have you played The Sims 2 or any of them? And if you have, what do you like about it and why is it so successful? Well, simulation is a dying market, supposedly. But The Sims, the reason it's so much fun is because just about anybody can play it. It's very simplistic and yet complex at the same time, because it is a life simulator after all. You got relationships and things in there. One thing I say I don't like about The Sims is the number of expansion packs. EA is just like whoring them out. I'm not kidding you. Look at the first Sims and then Sims 2. Look how many expansion packs. There's one every week rolling out the door. The only thing they're charging you for is the objects, really. I don't really know if they've added any extra features other than going to college or something like that. But it is a lot of fun to play. I did pick up one of the Life Stories games, and I seem to enjoy that. It's basically The Sims 2 slimmed down. Sims 3 should be pretty cool. Let's see, number 3. Out of all the new great games that have come out in the past few years, which one do you think have really changed gaming in a way like no one would have expected? Well, I gotta say, you have to divide this up in certain categories. Like for the RTS, I've gotta say Supreme Commander has really pushed the bounds. I know Command & Conquer came out, but from what I've seen in the screenshots, it didn't add anything that wasn't already there. Massive units, great, graphics. Lord of the Rings had that running on the same engine. Supreme Commander added the zooming effect, and that is really handy, especially if you have 2 video cards, or if you have 2 monitors, you can actually put one on each, have the zoom out mapped, or just 2 different sections of the game. It's really fun. RPGs, I'd say BioWare is pushing forward with Mass Effect and KOTOR, things like that. Of the dialogues, actually feeling like you are the character in the game and not just, controlling a person. Let's see, first-person shooters, I've got to say, even though I don't really care for it, I got to say BioShock has really pushed that forward. The gameplay on that was a lot of fun. I didn't seem to get into it as much. I didn't play a lot of it just for that reason. That, it just didn't appeal to me. So, great questions there, Guy, and sure enough, I'm happy to use them. Send more if you want to, and keep on keeping on. Oh, I will. Alright, Joka763, what console do you prefer out of the 360 and PS3? And if you have one of these, what made you buy it? Also, what are the down points about the consoles? Alright, well, I did make a video over this about which console you should get. Basically, it wasn't bashing one in favor of the other. It's basically pointing out, the strengths and weaknesses of each. And I myself picked the PS3 only because I was really looking for a Blu-ray player, and for 20 bucks more, why not? Rambo on Blu-ray, absolute must-have. But 20 bucks more, why not get a game system? It's capable of playing a lot of the newer games. So, I gotta say, Sony has done a really good job this time. A lot of people don't seem to like the controller. This is one of the non-vibrating ones, but I don't know, Rumble or whatever. Classic controller, I'm used to this design. I can play with this. Alright, great question. Also, do you think the Wii is out of its own league? In other words, all the best of its games came out once, and now they are all out. Is the only thing they can do is downgrade? Well, there is a lot of shovelware for the Wii. That's right, things you just want to shovel out of the airlock. Um, yeah, I don't think it's out of its league. I don't think it's in the next gen. I mean, yeah, it is running up there with the next gen systems. What I mean by this is, let's say Sony PS3 and Microsoft Xbox are over here. Well, the Wii said, well, rather than, just competing for more graphics and stuff, let's go over this way. That's what Nintendo did with it. I think that strategy is working very well. Although it does create a lot of pitfalls for potential buyers of games, being that, that there is the shovelware out there. But, if this would have happened back in the 80s, let's say, when NES was all around and there was really no news, no internet to go look up if the game was good or not, the system probably would fail because everybody would be buying these games that are just pure crap. Thanks to the invention of the internet, though, I think that's not really much of an issue. But great question. All right, Joka. Okay, now Kite 198. I've seen you do Nights into Dreams review, and I really enjoyed it. I have played the Nintendo Wii sequel of Nights into Dreams. Yes, I have played the Nintendo Wii sequel. I love the endings on them. Great game, as always. It seems like the same spirit of the people that made Nights before was in this one as well. All right, and let's go for one more here. Let's see. Do you think Sega will launch Sega Saturn games on the Wii Virtual Console, since many gamers have not had a chance to play it? I don't think they're going to. The reason being, those games are CD-ROM, and they hold, well, as you know, CD-ROMs hold anywhere from 500 to 700 megs of data. So I don't, and the Saturn is a very hard machine, speaking of the technology, to emulate, so I don't think it's possible to do that. It's just simply not going to happen. The only way you can really do that is to buy an old Saturn like I did, but it's going to cost you a lot. Saturn, especially the rare, the good games, are very expensive. But, that's just the way it is. All right, Kite also has 2 other questions here, Guy. Or actually, 3. But I'm going to get to those on another Q&A. And if I didn't use your Q&A questions on this one, don't worry. I will have them on the next Q&A. And I expect that to come out very soon. All right, now I'm going to show you a clip from Metal Gear coming up. And good gaming, everybody.
Next time on AVGRER.
So when the game begins, you immediately jump out of a plane with 3 buddies into the jungle below. However, when you land, yeah, none of your buddies are with you. You're pretty much alone. So the first thing that happens in the game is you have this nagging call from your company commander. This guy's worse than a nagging wife. No offense to you ladies out there, but my goodness. I just got on the mission and you're already telling me to call you. Wouldn't I have known this already? What am I, some kind of an imbecile?